Now let us try to go and patch our record, and previously we saw how we can add a record. So let's try to see the one that we have make use, which is of the test 7 over here, and the ID was of the 14. So let's try to update that as well over here. So let's go to the patch record over here and let's try it out over here. And if you go to the schema over here, now this is actually making use of the country entity, and in the country entity, the schema, you see that name, country code, and then we have the currency code over here. And if you take a look, it's all the required field over here. But once we want to patch it, we don't want to send all of those, so we may only want to send the country code, or we may only want to send the name, or just a currency code, or all of these three depending on our requirement. So this is a patch request, so we may only send a patch to update one field over here, not all of the field. So what we can do over here is we will follow the same step as we have done previously. So let's just go back over here, and in the schema, what we'll do over here is we'll go and add the one more schema, that is to create the class, and that will be to update or patch the country request over here. And we'll provide the same thing, that is of the base model and the name, currency code, and then the country code, and then the currency code. But since this is we can only send the name or country code or the currency code, we need to mark this as none by default. So we will provide a default value for this one, or we'll just say this one, the first thing that we'll make this one as the optional from the typing. Let's import that, and let's set the optional for all of those. And next is we'll set the default value of the none for all of these fields. So now all of these fields should be our optional field. So we just can provide the one name, or this one, or this one. And once we have this one, the next thing that we need to do is we need to go to the API, and in our patch request we'll replace the country entity with the update our country request over here. And once we have that, now we can define the mapper over here. So just copy that, and let's go and paste that one as well over here. And this should be to rename it, and we'll just go and say map the create country schema to the entity, right? And once we have that, let's just go and add this. And okay, so it's not renaming. I am not sure what happened over here, so let's try to go and rename it one more time. That should be of the update over here. Let's go and hit the enter. So map update country schema to the entity over here. And let's just go and rename this one as well. So that should be of the map or the update country schema to the entity. And just go and import this one over here. So let's just go and import the correct schema. Let's remove this. That should be good. Now it should return in the country entity over here. And make sure that you have the correct naming convention. So we are making use of the map create country schema to the entity, or else what you can also do is for the better naming convention, you can say create country schema to the entity, and then dot the mapper over here, right? So depending on your requirement, you can just go and define how you want to rename this one. So I can just also go and say the mapper over here, depending on how you want to go and rename this one. So just keep the consistency in your naming convention. That should be good enough. So let's go back over here, and in the patch now what we have to do is I'll just go and say the map the request to the entity, and that should be of the map update country schema to the entity. So let's just go and import that over here. Now we have the country entity, and we are going to pass in as the update country over. That should be good over here. And now what we can do is let's just go back over here, and let's try to update our 14 ID. Okay, so we need to refresh this one, and now let's try it out, and you can see the schema has been changed to the update country request over here, an ID of the 14, and let's try to edit just the name. So I guess we send the test of the 7. So let's try to update it as the Korea, and let's try to execute this one, and we got the internal server error again. Let's go back. Let's see, the session has no attribute of the update. That's what we are actually trying to do over here. So the session has no update, that's correct. So I guess it was the auto generated previously for us. And let's try to remove this one. We don't require this update over here, or the session actually doesn't have the update, the method. So let's remove that one. What we have to do now is actually we need to update this particular model. So the country model should be actually updated before we commit, and that should be automatically done. The update script should be automatically called by the SQLAlchemy over here. So we don't have to go and say session.update. We just have to say the session.commit, and we need to actually update this model before we commit, right? So for that, let's go to our map country, map the country entity to the country model. Here it's actually returning the new country model, but we need to return the same country model that we will pass that we have over here to update it, because we got that the country model, and we'll update the field over there, the value over there, and we'll commit that one. So for that, what I have to do is I need to go over here and I need to accept one more field, which will be of the model, and then the type will be of the country model over here, and this will be of the optional as well. So let's import it from the typing, and let's go and fix that one, and let's have the default value of the none over here. Let me try to rearrange the code over here, and we have the model now, and that should be of the default type is of the none. And in our repository, what we can do is now the second optional field that we have to pass in is the country model. So in this way, now we can update the value of this country model, and then we can commit it using our session, and that should trigger the update script from the SQLAlchemy itself. So let's go back over here. Now we have this, and now what we need to do is we need to add the if condition. If the model is of the none, so if the model is of the none, that means we need to create the new model, right? So we'll return that one. And if else part, so if that is the else, if we pass in the model over here, that means we want to update that. So in the update is a bit different over here. The first thing that we have to do over here is we need to extract the field from our country model. So from this country model, we want to extract the column name, right? So to extract, the most simple way is to actually hardcode it, but let's try to make use of the dynamic way over here. So I'll make use of the mapper over here, and that will be of the mapper from the SQLAlchemy orm.the-mapper. So make sure you import the correct one, and then the type will be of our country model. And from here, what we need to do is we need to inspect. So INSPEC to inspect from the SQLAlchemy over here, orm.the-SQLAlchemy, and here I need to pass in the model that we have. So let's pass in our country model over here. That should inspect, produce an inspection object of the given target. The return value is some case, maybe the same object or on the given one, such as. So actually it's going to give us the mapper from here. So using this inspect, we can grab the primary key. We can also extract the column and column name and all of this stuff over here. So let's make use of the mapper over here, and I want to extract the column over here. So let's just go and extract the column and column colu country, extract the colum and column names over here. I need to extract the column names over here. So for that column names which will be of equals to, here what I need to do is I have the mapper, right? So mapper dot, it can extract the column attributes. This is going to extract the column attributes, and I can make use of the ls calls in the mapper dot the column attribute. And now I can just go and say I want to extract the calls dot the key. So I need to extract the key over here, which is the column name for the column. And I have some error over here. Let's try to, okay, so not the from, it should be of the for over here. So calls calls dot the key for calls in the mapper dot the column attribute. So actually it's going to extract the column names for us. And if you want to be sure, so let's try to go and print our make use of the formatted string and the column name, and let's try to print out the column name that we have extracted over here. And once we extract the column name, we will extract the primary keys as well. So let's try to see how many primary keys that we have, right? So primary keys, and then the calls at the key, and that is from the primary keys. Here we are extracting the column names, here we are extracting the column primary keys, and I'm going to print out the primary keys as well. And once we have these column names and then the primary key, what we can do is in the update we can exclude some of the exclude the primary keys, right? And then update the value of the based on the column. So what I will try to do over here is I'll just go and say add the comment. So let's say skip skip the primary keys, and then the created column column, I'll just, and then this created at and updated at column. So we don't want to update those primary keys as well as created and updated. That's because it's auto generated by the database itself. So now I will say the skip skip which will be of equals to the primary keys that we have, right? So the primary keys plus we have the created at and updated at. Make sure that matches with your the models here. So make sure it matches with that one, the column. And once we have this, let's try to go and actually loop now. So I'll just go and say the for loop for the name in the column column name. So for name, NAM, it should be of the NAME for name in the column name. So let's make use of the for loop, and here I'll just go and check for the if the name is in the skip. So if the name is in the skip, so what we have to do is we have to skip that. So I'll just go and say the continue over here, continue, which basically skips the loop and it moves back to the loop again. So it's not going to execute the code below over here. So the next thing that we have to do over here is we'll make use of the check for the if condition. If has the attribute, so if it has the attribute over here, okay, so it's not the one, so let's just go and remove that. If has the attribute, so we want to check if the attributes in the entity that we are passing in matches with the name. So if has the attribute of the name that we are providing, then basically that what we want to do is we want to extract the value value of our get the attribute. So get attribute from our entity, and then we want based on the name of the column. So that's going to give us the value of the entity based on the name. So let's say if the value that we are providing, so let's just go back to our model over here. So if okay, so it should be in the entity, right? So entity we have the name column, and if the value of the name is of the T6 over here, that's going to extract the T6 over there. So that's going to get attribute does. We need to provide the object which is of the entity, country entity, and then the column name, and based on that one it's going to extract the value for us, right? So get the attribute, object, name, and then the default value. So we have the object and then the name we are. So once we have the value over here, now we can update. We will check if the value that we have is not the none over here. If the value is none, then we can actually go and set the attribute of our model. So now we can update the model value. So model, and then pass in the name of the column and then the value. So that's going to update the model, and we update the model name. Name is actually a column. That is not the, so maybe it may be confusion, so I'll just go and say the, and then the column over here, and let's go and replace the column. So if the column in the skip, right, so there we are going to skip that, so it may be a bit cleaner. So for column, in the columns that name, and if the column is in the skip, then continue. If has the attribute name and then the column, then we are going to grab the value from that particular entity column. And if the value is not none, then we are going to set the value of the model based on the column and then the value. And once we have that done that, so finally we can just go and return the model back from the here. That should be good enough. And now in the repository we should be able to go and commit that, because now the model is of the marked as a dirty by the SQLAlchemy, and we should be able to commit that. And now let's just go back and let's try to execute this one over here. So let's try to go and execute over here, and voila, you will see that now the name has been updated to be of the Korea, and then the country code, and it's remained the same because we are not sending that, and then the ID is of the 14. That's pretty good. So now the update is also working, or the patch request is working perfectly fine. So the next will be to delete as well as get all of the list as well as get by the country. So I'll give you as a homework, try it on your